Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, it don't work without you guys. So thank you guys for being here. Man, it sucks. It sucks losing Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith's been a warrior, and he's been great. You know, it's kind of like you haven't had to worry about the left side. You don't have to worry about the blind side with Tyron Smith. But unfortunately, Father Time is undefeated when it comes to football. And when you start getting older, as I've learned, things don't always work the way they used to when you were younger. It takes longer to recover. The things that you used to just pop right up off the ground as you get older are a little harder to recover from. But maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm delusional, maybe I'm just a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, but I believe that the Cowboys will get up off the mat. This game is a no-win situation for the Cowboys because if they win, they'll be like, well, you just beat a bad team. If you lose, of course, you know, it's the death roll. But I think that the Cowboys definitely have gotten a taste of humble pie. I think they've definitely heard a lot from the fans and everyone else about how bad they've played. You've heard Michael Irvin basically say that we've got the Oprah Winfrey defense, and you get 40, and you get 40, and you get 40. And when you saw like Antoine Woods being interviewed, you can see the anger and the frustration in him. You see, D-Law, who's playing on one leg. So let's give him a bit of a break because he's been injured every week this year. He's still out there trying to do what he can. So you know he's giving all effort of what he's got left in the tank. I didn't mean to. Okay, you see what I did there. I didn't mean to, but it actually worked out. But you know what I mean. This game is important because football is crazy. The first week of the season, the defending NFC champion, and of course, everybody said at the beginning of the season that, the 49ers, they're a great team, they're well built, like they always do about the teams that are in the Super Bowl. Every year we hear about, oh man, they're going to be right back. But they always go through a cycle and they go back downhill. And they started out the first week and they lost to the Cardinals. And then the Cardinals the next week got a win against the Washington whatevers. And all of a sudden people are like, oh man, the Cardinals are really good, man. They're really good. And that's where, as I look at our season, and this is not to say that we can't lose to the Giants, the Eagles, or the Washington team, or even the Cardinals. But we looked at the Cardinals the first 2 weeks of the season and said, oh my God, they're great. That's not going to be a pushover. Kyler Murray and Hopkins, man, that's great. But they beat the 49ers. And now all of a sudden the 49ers, they're actually 2-2. They don't have Jimmy Garoppolo. That team's not anywhere near as good as everybody thought they're going to be. So does that make the Cardinals a good team because they beat them, or a team that was beating a team that's not real good as well? And this is where I tell you that don't get too excited or too upset about what happens in September, because you really don't know what kind of teams you have until October. And as the seasons wear on, some teams were better equipped to start the season because they knew what they were doing, and the other teams hadn't caught up. You have some teams that don't have a turnover in the roster or the coaches and all that, and it takes time to gel. And you have other teams that, started out with the same system, same players. They knew what they were doing from Jump Street, and so they have the advantage of knowing what they want to do. But then talent and the other teams getting on track of learning what they want to do start to develop. And all of a sudden, the teams you looked at that got out to that hot start, all of a sudden don't seem quite as hot. And you can look at the Cardinals, who started out 2-0, and people all of a sudden start saying, hey, this year the Cardinals all of a sudden are a 2-game lose streak. And then you start looking at it and saying, maybe they're not quite as good as we thought. And teams that you thought were really, really bad. Think about us 2018, 3-5. Second half of the season, we got hot. So I'm not ready to give up. And I implore those people, because I have said this before over and over and over again. I love the Dallas Cowboys. I don't love everything about the Dallas Cowboys. I don't like losing. I'm going to always root for the team, but I'm also going to talk and say what I really see. If you're playing like crap and it looks like you're playing like crap, you need to be told you're playing like crap. There's no point in trying to be, oh man, you're great and everything else, don't worry about it. No. You need to know when you're fucking up. So that way you can do something about it. I think a lot of this is early growing pains. We're doing something different than we were doing before. We're evolving, we're changing, we're adapting. And we're having some of those pains. But right now is an opportunity to start getting right. You go through, you concentrate on the Giants, you try and get a win there. It's a small step. We get done with that one, then you concentrate on the Cardinals and see what you can do there. And from the Cardinals, you deal with the Washington team. And from the Washington team, you deal and focus in on the Eagles. That's what we're talking about right now, is a one-game season. The New York Giants. Now, on the flip side of this, the Giant team knows they're in bad shape. They know they are completely rebuilding. They know their bellwether back is gone. They know they don't have that much talent. They got new coaches. They got a GM who's probably on the hot seat. But yet, if they can find a way to win against the Cowboys, it will make everybody there feel that much better. It will literally make their season. And this is where we have to understand as Dallas Cowboy fans, that everybody is always going to give you their best shot. If we only win one game, make sure it's over the Cowboys. Because everybody will talk us up and they'll talk trash about them. And if the Dallas Cowboys think that we're head and shoulders above in talent, that we don't have to work that hard and we just show up, we're going to get a win, you're going to lose every game. I would love to be a fly on the wall at practice and see what the tempo was, see what the defense is doing. I don't know if it was CeeDee Lamb or somebody else had talked about the intensity of the defense in practice was a lot more than usual, that they were a little hangry, so to speak. And I hope that they have some of that hangriness saved for the New York Giants. And they take out all of the bad things that people, all the doubt and everything else that everybody said about them. And they put that, they take that inside and they launch it, kind of like a laser beam at the New York Giants. Punish them. Punish them. And get back on track. That's what I hope for. I want to thank everybody who came in for the live stream. The live stream. Oh, okay. It says, okay. I just had a thing pop up on here. It said that my headpiece is low on power. It's got low energy, so I need to charge it back up. But I want to thank everybody who came in on my live stream. It's funny because there's so many of you guys that have been watching for so long that it's almost like friends and family, and I can't thank you guys enough because you guys truly make me feel loved. And I hope that you guys feel the love from me right back at you. And with that being said, it's getting late and I'm tired, boss. And hopefully tomorrow will be another day for me. Be safe out there. and I'll see you in the morning.